Happy video day, guys. So today's video is going to be virtual window shopping, where we go through all the brand new makeup releases that have released on the market this week. I'll let you guys know what I'm throwing in my virtual window shopping cart and what items I'm like really not that into. We have some interesting stuff coming out with Colourpop and Kathleen lights. We also have a highlighter palette that just finished hitting the market, as well as a brand new foundation that is drugstore and looks kind of interesting. So we're gonna go over all of those new things. And if you are new to the channel, before we start, I'll introduce myself. My name is Christina Brooke. This is the Glam Ranch. What I do is talk about makeup, all from my little ranch. If you guys like makeup, hit the subscribe button so you find me again. And let's get right into it. Okay guys, if you guys like my eye makeup today, I had so much fun doing this look. I used the Natasha Denona New Sunrise palette. I'm obsessing over that palette, guys. The palette is so good, and I will have an Instagram tutorial up on @theglamranch pretty soon on this look. If you guys like the looks that I create on the channel, I always put them up on Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me there, jump over there and follow me. Let's get into all the brand new makeup releases, because we have a few interesting ones. I don't think this was the most interesting week of makeup either, but there is some cool stuff, so I'm sure some of you guys will be into some of these things. The first one, I actually think this is quite interesting. So this is a Colourpop release with Kathleen lights, and you know how she came out with that Zodiac palette that she released? Was it this year or last year? I don't know. It was just recently. She released this Zodiac palette with Colourpop. Well, it looks like they are actually going to be making the Zodiac palette into singles. So this is basically the Zodiac palette in pressed powder singles. There's also going to be 4 pressed powder blushes that are releasing, and it's so interesting. I mean, I think this is cool. It's going to be released on June 19th at the Colourpop website. And I'm looking at it, and there's really cute colors in here, and the Zodiac palette was interesting to me, but this is a really cool way that you can actually buy like separate, like let's say you like 1 or 2 of the shades. You don't actually have to buy the whole palette, and you can buy a whole single. That's interesting. I like that. I'm gonna throw this in my virtual window shopping cart. There is a few colors here that I actually like. I don't know why, like looking at it like in the photo, I feel like the palette looks a lot prettier when I'm looking at it in the singles, because I believe that this is a complete mimic of the actual palette in singles. At least that's what they're saying. But this is really cool. There's also going to be 4 new blushes. The blushes are pretty. Not all of them are colors that I'm really into, but there is some that are pretty, and I wouldn't mind having 1 or 2 singles from this entire palette. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so this one I actually thought was really interesting. So I am somebody who loves colorful eyeliner, only because like when I do like fun looks, sometimes I'm like, ooh, I want to add some green to the top, or I want to put some purple in the waterline. And I'm just like one of those persons, like I'm one of those people that after I create a look, I start thinking like, what can I add to it? And I love putting liners. And Milani is coming out with transfer resistant, sweat resistant, and waterproof metallic and matte shades of their eyeliners. And these are a bunch of different eyeliners they're coming out with. There's a bunch of pretty colors here. It screams fall to me, the colors that I'm seeing swatched on the arms, but I actually really like this. Milani is a drugstore brand, so they are more affordable, and I'm interested in this. I'm gonna throw this in my virtual window shopping cart, and I'll tell you one of the main reasons. When I go for liners, I usually tend to like look for liners that are not that expensive, because since they're eyeliners, I don't like to spend that much money on them. I don't know. I'm like one of those people that eyeliners, I like to like go cheap. Oh, that's just the way I am. So like sometimes with eyeliners, I'm like, that's too expensive for an eyeliner. I need a cheaper eyeliner. I don't know why. But so the drugstore is on a roll, I think, this week, because there's some cool stuff coming from the drugstore. This is a product that I'm actually interested in as well. This is from NYX, and this is their new Born to Glow Natural Radiant Foundation. It's a buildable medium coverage foundation that is supposed to be a radiant finish. It's going to be $10 each. There is 45 shades in this foundation, and I don't know why it looks so promising to me. I remember people saying that they liked the NYX foundation that they released. I think they released one this year, and people were like, oh, that was such a good foundation. I didn't pick it up because that was like a matte one, and I'm not a huge fan of matte foundations. I say that a lot. On my type of skin, I need something a little bit more radiant. I don't like I feel like matte foundations kind of dry me out a little bit. So I'm actually really interested in this. I'm gonna throw this in my virtual window shopping cart because I want a good drugstore foundation with radiance, and you know, there's only one that I really love from the drugstore, so $10 is even cheaper than that one, so I'm really interested in this product for sure. So Norvina from Anastasia Beverly Hills actually announced a really interesting thing. So on her Twitter, she put up this message. So I guess since the 1-year anniversary of her last launch, the Norvina palette came out, she's actually considering creating a second Norvina palette or something along that lines. I think that would be really, really cool. I'm actually interested in that. So I'm hoping that she does come up with a second Norvina palette. I would be interested in seeing what that would look like. Alex is calling me. Hello? Okay, so this one is actually pretty cool too. So it looks like Makeup Forever is coming out with a brand new foundation called their Reboot foundation. It looks like it's going to be coming out in the summer of 2019 to Sephora. This is part of like the Sephora's already kind of like teasing us of what's going to be coming in now. And this looks really cool. It's supposed to brighten, smooth, firm, and hydrate the skin. Anything hydrating, anything brightening. I love those kind of foundations. So this is supposed to be coming very, very soon. It's their Reboot foundation, and I'm actually really interested in this. I'm throwing this in my virtual window shopping cart. I don't know, like, I want to know, what do you guys think about the Pat McGrath one that's going to be releasing? I'm like debating, do I pick up the Pat McGrath one? Do I skip out on it? Do I look for a different foundation? I'm like, honestly guys, super confused about that one too. So, I don't know if you guys know Lululemon. Lululemon is like a workout apparel type of place. Like, at least that's what I know them for, is their retail stores that they sell like yoga stuff and stuff like that. Well, it looks like they're going to be coming out with skincare. They're going to be having a few different self-care items, including an anti-stink deodorant. They're going to have a sweat-tested aluminum-free deodorant. There's also going to be some type of balms. There's going to be a no-show dry shampoo. So they're coming out with a bunch of stuff to kind of expand their line. So I guess they're going from like the workout type of themed clothing into now some type of skincare and also deodorants and stuff like that. I think that's a really cool idea, and it's going to be called Lululemon Selfcare. It's actually available right now, so if you guys like the actual brand, maybe you would want to check this out. I'm actually going to throw this in my virtual window shopping cart because, to be honest guys, deodorant, I've always looked for like an aluminum-free deodorant. Sometimes I like to look for more healthier deodorants because it's not something that we think of, but deodorant we wear all the time, something we're always putting on our bodies. And I've heard like a lot of different people tell me different things about deodorants, and some deodorants have stuff in it that you really shouldn't be putting on your body. I'm not a professional at that. I don't really know too much about it. I just know from what I've heard from people. A lot of people have told me that deodorant can actually be very harmful for you if you're using some that have like certain ingredients in them. So it's something that I actually wanted to spend a little bit more time in looking into because it is something we put on every day. So it also says that it's aluminum free, and it also says it has natural ingredients in it, which is actually kind of what I've been looking for in a deodorant. They are a little bit more expensive. That being said, they're like $18, but it's interesting. I think I'm going to look into it. So it looks like Morphe is coming out with a new highlighter palette. So they're coming out with their 8Z Starblazer. It's a $22 highlighter palette, and it includes 8 different highlighters. There's 8 different highlighters that are Glow Extreme. There's a bunch of different rows here. There's iridescent ones, there's sparkle ones, there's glimmery ones. I'm looking at it. It's pretty. I like it. But for right now, I'm going to skip out on this one. If you guys haven't seen my recent video that I just posted about the e.l.f. highlighter, that is a really good highlighter palette that I am like really into. I actually have it on today as well because I can't get over this glow. Watch the video. I'm going to put the link in my description box because that is such a cool highlighter palette, and it's only 10 bucks. And guys, so this is another highlighter slash bronzer palette that's being released by Lorac. So this is their Tantalizing Hustle and Glow Baked Bronze and Highlight Palette for $25. They're also going to be having a Tantalizing Glow and Behold Shimmering Face and Body Dry Oil for $28. The bronze and highlight palette looks pretty to me, but I don't know if it's been this year that everybody's coming out with like these face palettes, and I bought so many of them that I'm like, how are you ever going to go through these face palettes, Christina? So I need to put a little hold on the face palettes unless there's like one that's like, I need you. This one I really don't need. So I'm going to definitely pass out on this as well as the oil. I've told you guys before, I have a toddler. If I put on a body oil, she'll be sliding off of me. She'll be jumping on me and going. I had told you guys about this release, and now it's actually released right now. It's called the Shake Your Pom Poms. It's from Too Faced, and it's a new eyeshadow palette that's actually $25. It's a travel-friendly eyeshadow palette. I actually like the colors in here because I think you can come up with a really pretty eye look. It could be subtle. Then there's also some pinks in here. I feel like the pink, you could probably also use it as a blush. So I like some of the colors in here. Personally, I don't need this palette, so I'm definitely not going to be picking this up, but I do like the fact that it's $25 and it's travel friendly, and it's also easy to wear. So I wanted to put it in the video again in case you guys didn't know that this was released. So this is actually pretty cool. So this is from Physicians Formula, and this is a new set. They come out with these really cool sets every once in a while that they're totally worth it just because you pay less money and you get like really good products from Physicians Formula. But anyways, this is the Tropical Getaway collection. It is 30 bucks, and it has an eyeshadow duo, it has a mini blush, it also has a Butter Paradise perfume, it has the body butter, it has a mini bronzer in deep bronzer, and a mini highlighter in champagne, and a lip balm. So it comes with a bunch of different things in it, and it's really, really, really cute. It's actually not something that I personally need. This would be like something cool for me to pick up for a giveaway, but if you guys want to try Physicians Formula and you want to like try a bunch of different things from the brand, this would be a really good way to do it because you're paying less money and you're getting a lot of stuff, and these actually remove, like they're not stuck inside of like a box set. You actually get the plastic containers, which is so much better than the first ones that they came out with that were in a box set. So I do like this and I think it's cool. I just don't need it. So this is cool. It looks like Benefit is going to be releasing 2 new highlighters. There's going to be one in Tickle and one in Cookie, and these are going to be full-size individuals. I believe that Cookie was the one that was inside of one of their palettes that Jaclyn Hill talked about, and then everybody loved it. So it looks like they're releasing it as a single, and that sounds really interesting because I was interested in trying it, but I didn't want to buy the palette. So now that they're releasing it in a single, I may pick this up. I'm interested. I'm throwing this in my virtual window shopping cart. I think this is a really cool, very smart move from Benefit. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about is a new release from Colourpop again. So it looks like Colourpop is coming out with their California Love collection, and it's going to have ultra blotted lips. It's also going to have a mascara, and it's also going to have an eyeshadow palette. Now the eyeshadow palette is very pretty. I mean, like, you guys might see it and go, oh, but that looks so brown and it looks so boring. But like, to me, it's actually a really pretty colors. Like, I love the gold on the top. I like the glitter in some of them. I think that this is like a really wearable palette, and it has like those colors that I like. I guess I like golds, even though like I have the Natasha Denona gold palette that has like a lot of gold and brown in it. So I don't really need this, but it doesn't have like these same ones, you know what I mean? There's also some really cool blotted lip colors. I'm actually really into like a darker brown lip lately, and I only have like a few of them. I've been like on the hunt for some more. And yeah, so I kind of actually like this collection that's coming out. I'm going to throw it in my virtual window shopping cart, and I'm going to check it out when it comes, see if I'm interested in purchasing it or not. That's everything I have for you guys on virtual window shopping this week. I know it wasn't like the best week in makeup, but there is some cool stuff, and I'm sure that there's stuff that I talked about that you guys are super interested in. But anyways, guys, don't forget that if you guys see new makeup releases, to go ahead and tag me on Instagram with them so that I make sure to check them out. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.